FAMPEV cares about who you are, what you want, and how you plan to bring your dream life into reality, as long as it harms no one. Enyal, and welcome to Drakaina. Today I'm here to talk about our new and latest collection. It's called FAMPEV. FAMPEV is a collection of sigils and gnosises. A sigil is a symbol. It's not an ordinary symbol, because when you call it a sigil, that means it is a symbol that represents something. This specific intention is magically crafted, which represents a desire, an aim, a requirement for something by a person, which is very clear cut. Similarly, a gnosis is a chant that is customized as per the requirement of a person. It can either be a standalone or it can be clubbed along with something. For example, an amulet, an item, either wood or metal. It can be, you can even have a gnosis on water, piece of jewelry, etc. Both the sigil and the gnosis can be temporary or permanent. Of course, it depends on the nature of your ask. And now let's begin with the 6 options. The first one is a permanent sigil. You can always have a tattoo done on yourself as well. This has been designed exclusively for each and every person who comes to us. You have to be very clear about what you want. Start with I want. Write the command and send it to me. I will work on it, improvise if need be, send it back to you. You get to agree with it, and once you're okay with it is when you get your sigilized tattoo or a permanent sigil made for you. This sigil should be made daily if you want a permanent sigil, or you can have a tattoo made. It has to be touching the skin. That's very important. The second option is a temporary sigil. So say you have a specific requirement. You want a job, you want a soulmate, you want to sell your house, you want to buy a house, quality of friends, a very good quality of life, you want to be healthy, you want self-discipline. So that's when a temporary sigil comes into play. And this has to be made as per the specific instructions given, which I cannot share with you right now because each specific instruction depends on the kind of ask. So you will have to tell me what is it you want. Remember, you must start with I want, and then you will be given all the instructions along with the sigil, and you'll be told how to make it, where to make it, and when to make it. Don't forget to make the sigil up until the deadline has been met for that ask. That's very, very important. The third option is a temporary gnosis. A temporary gnosis or a customized chant is very similar to a temporary sigil, except you draw the sigil or you make it and you chant the gnosis. Everything is exactly the same, but again, any information that I give will be general. It will change as per the ask. Most likely you will have to repeat a gnosis a couple of times in one sitting in a particular time of the day. Again, that will depend on the ask. For example, if you have a temporary gnosis that is given to you that says Hoc erit verum, and your birthday is on the 11th of January, then you may have to chant it 11 times in the afternoon. So you will have to ensure and say this is for a particular job that you have applied for and you want it, and the stars and the cards are all aligned for you to get it. So every day at a particular time, or a time frame is usually what I give. I don't really give the exact time, but I'll give you approximate time range. 2 hours here, 2 hours there. You'll have to chant Hoc erit verum 11 times during that time frame until you get the job, as in the entire appointment letter, etc. Your fourth option is a permanent logo for business. In case you're a startup, in case you have your own business, in case you are part of a business, and you need a brand, you need a logo, right? So you want to put your best foot forward. You want to have everything moving exactly the way that you have envisioned it. It is important to have the right kind of logo, because that right punch has to come and that right feel has to come when it comes to hitting your market. From Drakaina, you're getting a permanent logo for your company, for your business. The requirements will depend on what is it that you're targeting, what are the kind of products you have or the services you have, what colors are lucky for you, what kind of market are you going to invite, and of course, if there is anything additional that you want along with the logo, there will be a reasonable amount of energy exchange that will be charged per customized art that will be added to the logo. The fifth form is the assets sigil. We have a lot of clients who come to us who want sigils to make sure that there is something that to keep their homes safe, to feel safe in their vehicles. Their pets should be safe and protected. And it's not just about protection. There is a whole lot of other requirements and asks that our clients have as well, and that's why we came up with the asset sigil. This is for both movable as well as immovable assets. So even if you don't own the home and you're staying in an apartment, even then you might require some kind of protection. That's where the asset sigil comes in. You have a car which is not completely yours, it's on lease. Even then you can use an asset sigil, of course, for your pets, bovine, feline, canine, equiline. For all of them we have asset sigils. And over and above that, it is also used for buying and selling of property, litigation cases where there is involvement of financial assets, again movable or immovable, etc. So the asset sigil can be used for practically anything and everything, as long as it doesn't harm anyone and as long as it is used to create a better actuality. Remember one thing though, when it comes to the asset sigil, the sigil is going to work depending on the specifications on the basis of which the customization is done, right? So if there is any change, for example, if the ownership changes, then the sigil will have to be remade. You cannot have the same sigil since you've changed the equation. So please keep that in mind. As long as everything remains the same, the sigil will work. But once any of the specifications you gave us changes, the sigil will cease to work. So be aware of that when you pass on the information to us. For example, if you have a vehicle, an SUV which is blue in color, and you have an asset sigil and it's already been made, and then, well, if there is a dent or a scratch or you decide to just change the color, the sigil will not work because the specific sigil was made for a blue SUV, a blue vehicle. So if you change the color, and it's not just the color, it's also ownership, it is also, I will ask for other specifications as well. So once any of these are changed, yes, the effect of the sigil will go down. As long as the asset is the same, the sigil is permanent. The sixth and the last FAMPEV option for you is the third party sigil. A third party sigil is for a loved one, someone for whom you can conduct a sigil spell, which means it could be for your child so that they do better in academics. It could be for you to have a good relationship with your colleagues at your workplace. Yes, that is also possible, and I know a lot of you out there really want it. It could be to ensure that your boss acknowledges you when it's time for your promotion, which could be due any moment. When you're going to your in-laws' place or to a place where you feel a little uneasy or uncomfortable, you can have a sigil for that to ensure that you're confident and that there isn't negative energy or that you don't withdraw into yourself. You can have a third party sigil for, again, anything as long as it doesn't harm anyone. So a difference between a temporary sigil and a third party sigil is that the temporary sigil is what you're making on yourself, and in a third party sigil you're making it for someone else. So say, and obviously you won't be making it on yourself, you'll be making it on a surface which will be told to you. It could be wood, it could be paper, right? So that is made to ensure that an experience or a behavior or anything that is coming towards you gives you the best and the most positive outcome. Now this is important. In a third party sigil, we only make temporary sigils, and the reason is because if we make it permanent, then we are toying with the free will of someone else or others, and you know very well that we don't do that. And that was the end of FAMPEV. We expect to hear from you soon. Love, light and knowledge to everyone. Namaste.